Hello everybody. Today I want to talk to you about the history of Athan. Athan is the call to prayer. It is the chanting that is usually recited from the mosques around the world when the time of the prayer enters. This Adhan has a history in the Islamic tradition. It hasn't always been there, but it started at the time of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And what happened was that when the Muslim congregation started growing, people around the Prophet, peace be upon him, they gathered around the Prophet and they started discussing what is the best way to start using to gather the people around when the prayer time comes. So when the population of the Muslims was small, it was easy for people to wait for each other and to know if everybody has arrived or not. But when the population of the Muslims increased in the city of Medina, it has become a lot more difficult for people to know when to come to the prayer. So after discussion with the Prophet, peace be upon him, some people suggested to use things that other religious denominations use, like a bell, for example, or like a horn of some sort that gets blown into to remind people of the prayer. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, let me just sleep on it and let's talk about it later. And what happened was that the companions all went away, and then two companions saw a dream, and that dream was that they were walking, and they met this person, this man, and they were trying to buy from him some sort of an alarm that they can use, whether it was a bell or whether it was a horn. And that man told the companion in the dream that, should I not teach you something that is better? And the companion said yes. So then this man taught the companion the adhan. The adhan, the call to prayer, which goes like, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, Hayya ala salah, Hayya ala salah, Hayya ala al-falah, Hayya ala al-falah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah. And the man learned the adhan, and once he woke up, he went running to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And when he arrived at where the Prophet was sitting, he told him the dream, and the Prophet said, this is great. Teach it to Bilal bin Rabah, who had a better voice than that man who saw the dream. The man who saw the dream, his name was Abdullah bin Zayd, and that was one of the two people that saw such a dream. After this event was done, Umar al-Khattab came as well, running. Umar al-Khattab was the second caliphate, the second successor after the Prophet, peace be upon him, in ruling the Muslims. He also saw the same dream, and then he told the Prophet that I also saw the same thing. Now Bilal took these words and he started reciting them at every time the prayer, at every prayer time, just to remind people that the prayer has come into effect. So the adhan has some meanings. One of the and I can go through them. The first four statements, it is Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, which means God is greater, God is greater, God is greater, God is greater. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, I testify and I bear witness that there's no God that's deserving of worship except the one true God. And then Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, I bear witness and I testify that Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the messenger of God. Hayya ala salah, come to the prayer. Hayya ala al-falah, come to success. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, God is greater, God is greater. La ilaha illallah, there is no God that's deserving of worship except the one true God. I hope this was helpful, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next episode.